you. All you.
So I'm telling the truth, bro. I ain't do to you. You over here beating my ass for nothing, bro. And then I told him that I ain't want to be there no more. I said I want to just go to foster care. I want to just go.
Is that your daughter?
Yes.
Okay, I guess she went to school and said you have a baby in a box.
Wait, what?
Not everyone is cut out to be a parent. Some people just lack the common sense it takes to raise a child. Sometimes, some kids even know better than their parents and save themselves from bad parenting. In today's episode, we'll see what happens when smart kids help cops arrest their criminal parents. On May 5, 2023, officers were dispatched to a residence in response to a 911 call, during which the caller abruptly ended the call. The background noise during the brief call suggested an argument was happening inside the home.
Yeah, we can hear some yelling from apartment A. I'm trying to make contact.
Mom, let me call you back.
Hi. Did you call us? What happened?
Yeah, I need to go up here and get my son.
Tell us what's going on.
I don't know, but I have custody over my son. So come on.
I'm not going to follow you into any more rooms until you tell me why we are here.
My name is...
Okay, so what's going
My
on?
son is a liar because he has a point of, like, he has a good grade point average, but he's... And then so what dude had came down to it, and now you want to sit over there and you want to lie to me. I have custody over you. I am trying. I am doing this as a woman, as a single woman on my own. Ain't no Section 8, ain't no link card. I am doing this.
The officers noticed that the woman seemed erratic and very emotional. Her speech was uncontrolled and slurred, indicating that she was most likely intoxicated. The woman explained that her son was in the apartment next door and that they needed to bring him home.
Okay, so who's he with?
Or so y'all won't get the out.
I can do either one, but I need...
So I'm asking you, yes.
Okay.
I have jurisdiction, that is my child. And now he is mad because now I have to be two sides just because I'm a woman. I have to be two sides. I have to be authority. Then plus I have to be friends with you. Then plus I have to...
How old is he?
He's 13.
Okay. So you're trying to go to apartment B to get him to come back into apartment A.
He...
Who lives in
Is that
apartment B?
what I'm understanding?
I don't know. Are you gonna come over here?
I'm happy to
Or
help
not?
you. First of all, you're not going to snap your fingers at me.
And I'm not trying to ask to, but this is my son.
The woman was becoming increasingly angrier in her speech, but still refusing to provide officers with any substantive details about her son. Without this context, the officers were hesitant to help the woman because the situation may not have required law enforcement to get involved. However, the woman seemed desperate enough for help that they obliged.
Stop banging on my damn.
Where is my child?
Hey, y'all.
Can you tell us what's
Hey!
going on?
Hey!
Stop!
Leave him alone.
Do you see what I'm saying, bro? That's why. That's exactly why he's up here. That's exactly why she's up
And
here.
that's not.
That's exactly why he's up here. Exactly
And
why.
then,
Thank you. I told you, go your downstairs, get you some sleep, and sleep that joint shit off. You doing this in front of your kids.
and then, okay.
No, and then okay.
when
You
I'm
going
up
to
for
Right now you're being detained for trespassing.
be trained for in my own building. Okay.
Y'all need to go put her in a jail cell.
Oh,
Sleep that
okay.
shit
We have no
off.
idea what's going
I
on.
got her kid.
Yeah,
Also,
and then, no, you are lying. Bring
Send us
my
another
child. And then,
We'll
okay,
we'll get the story once we get her.
and then
okay,
let's
because she's got
go.
her daughters coming too in a couple more minutes from school, so I was gonna bring her up here too.
We'll get the story in a second.
Okay.
I truly
fine.
have really no idea what's
Do you
going
want
on.
to?
Okay.
The intoxicated woman continued ranting and falsely claiming that she was recording the scene to try and intimidate the officers. However, they ignored her since she had already committed a crime of trespassing. Next, the officers turned their attention in trying to piece together the situation.
How do you know her? J-Rod, you want to let him in the
Yeah.
side
I've been
door?
on her for a long time. Like,
It's a friend, an acquaintance.
Excuse me.
yeah, acquaintance, just been on her around. But she's
Yeah.
my neighbor, obviously.
Okay, and
Yeah.
your son's in there with you because
he knows me.
Yeah,
I know
and,
him.
and
Okay.
then let's go. And then this is, and then my phone
Okay.
is, and then that's
Okay.
where
on something.
Okay. Who's she talking to?
And that's why this shit is still
Just
recording.
herself? Okay.
we just need help getting her down the stairs.
All right, take me down the stairs. If I don't get my son, I swear to God.
That's on you.
Uh,
That's some accountability and responsibility.
and then some
Walk
responsibility.
slow, we don't want you to
Hey,
fall.
no! Walk slow, You came me without any permission. You are a lie. And now, get me off of your retainer and my son.
Step out the door. It's time to go.
The officers had so many questions for the man. Did the suspect have a history of abuse? Has this happened before? Why was the woman so aggressive toward her son? All of these questions would have to wait until the officers managed to get the woman secured in the police car. They didn't go into it thinking it would be a hard feat, but they were wrong.
So what did I do?
You trespass.
You know what? I'm trespassing on where I live at. You telling me I trespass on where I live at?
Trespass on where someone else lives at.
No, you.
Come on.
It's time. Go on. Just get in.
Miss,
Come on.
Come on.
don't resist, okay?
Hey, you can talk
Let's
to us
go.
when you get back down there.
No,
Yep. Get up.
no,
Yeah.
I got
No.
it.
No tests aren't gonna do it.
Can you stand up for us?
no. Get me out of this.
What would get you to stand up?
Get me out of this shit, and I ain't did shit to you.
Stand up.
Well, let's figure
And
out.
y'all lying.
Let's figure out what you're. Let's figure out what.
Y'all lying, and I still have it on recording and
It's all
within.
right. It's all right. We're gonna have to put you in the car if you don't want to put yourself in the car, miss.
No,
It's your last chance to stand up, yeah.
Please
Don't
stand.
don't
Please,
kick me now.
please stand on your
I'm
own.
Or
not.
you're
Will
never
you-
gonna back
Will you
down,
stand on your
okay?
own,
I
please?
am not.
Will you stand on your own, please, miss?
And
Put her in.
not.
There we go.
Don't kick us. Do not kick.
And then you lie.
Ready? Yep.
All right.
It was quite impressive how clear she was about not wanting to go to jail while intoxicated. Now that she had been secured in the car, some officers stayed on the street with her while the others went back upstairs to get some context from the man who gave her son a safe place to hang out.
So what's going on?
Nothing.
I mean, I don't mean to
came
come-
downstairs to get a blow
Okay.
dry from her, but you know they was having problems. He locked himself in his room. Here go y'all mail right here.
Okay.
And then I seen her open the door, and she comes out and trying to strike him. And I'm like,
Okay.
girl, you can't do that. Like, come upstairs with me, bro, because she drunk. Obviously, she
Right.
out of her mind. So he knows me, and he knows my son. They hang out and stuff like that. So
what's your relation with her?
nothing. She
Okay,
my
just
neighbor.
neighbors?
Yeah, I
Okay.
just know them since he
then-
was a baby. Since he wasn't even walking.
So he's friends with your son.
Yeah,
Okay.
he friends with my son.
Can I see him?
Yeah, come on.
How's it going, bud? So what happened today, man?
She was already drunk. She started talking to me about some stuff that happened at the library. Me and my sister, like, because there was some kids at the library cursing, so me and my sister went upstairs to, like, from the team room to the kids' room, and we was playing ABCR. And so she got mad, like, about something, I don't know.
Your mom got mad?
And I don't know.
So you just came home from school, noticed that she was drunk, went to the library with your sister.
No, that was yesterday.
Oh, that was
She
yesterday?
was talking about stuff that happened yesterday, and so when I tried to go in my room and just, like, you know, block it all out,
Okay, was there something going on in the library that she was upset about?
I don't really know. Like, cause she says my sister, like, I had told my sister to lie about something, but I didn't tell her to lie about nothing.
From the child's body language, it was obvious to the officers that this had been going on for a while. He explained that his mother had failed a sobriety challenge the night before, and when he got home, she had become enraged. Her anger carried over to the following day when John, the neighbor, came over and gave the boy solace.
I can keep him until whenever y'all can get her back. That'd be good and good.
What she get charged with? So, I mean, are you gonna press charges
Hell
for her?
no,
to
she's
go through?
just drunk.
Okay,
Just get her
so
out.
she's just detained right now?
Okay.
She was just trying to
rushed through the door. She's obviously not allowed in here. Yeah, there's a lot going on. So, okay.
She just trying to hurry up and get my head down so I can go, because she's really mad at her.
About the whole situation now?
No.
She's just upset about
All
the
this is chaotic. No,
Okay.
I just went down.
Okay, so obviously she's not under arrest right now. And you don't want to press charges.
But she needs to
her
go to the
situation-
fish tank. Y'all need to put her somewhere so she can sleep that because if she comes back, guess what? Because they ain't going to call the police if she strikes them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like, bro.
We don't have a fish tank like that.
Y'all need to keep her for a while because all she's gonna do is start back more chaos and more mayhem.
So, like, how do you do things now, like, the legal aspect? So, you don't want to press charges for the criminal trespass.
No.
So, we really don't have anything.
Man, I'm not trying to do that, but bro, she can't be in the same. They can't be with her right now. That's all I'm saying.
John explained that the boy had previously been taken from his mother by the Department of Children and Family Services for the same issues. He had only been back in his mother's custody for about 4 months at this point and didn't believe she was fit to care for him in her state.
We're gonna go on number 4.
I don't even know who you're talking to.
Bianca.
Now you allowed a child to go.
I didn't allow anybody to do anything. Okay, this way, please.
No, please.
Okay?
Don't touch him. I'm not. But
down.
It is going down.
Sit down on the bench and stay there.
Bianca, and I'm telling you, it is going
You don't even know who you're talking to.
Watch your fingers, watch your fingers, watch your fingers.
Stop. We won't put you on the ground. Stop.
Sit down.
Before.
Grab me one more time. One more time.
All right.
I saw it. Please do not
Go
listen to
sit
me.
down.
Please.
Sit down.
Stop. He done it again. Stop. He done it again. Knock it off. Please stop.
We're gonna go check on him. You stay right there.
The woman was charged with resisting arrest, trespassing, and assaulting a peace officer. It's unclear what happened to her children, although it's very likely that they were taken again by DCFS. On April 29, 2023, officers were dispatched to a residence following a report of an altercation over money. Apparently, a mother had punched her son in the face, leaving him with a black eye.
Hey, brother. Hey, come on, brother. We ain't playing that. Nah. Come here. Get back in the car. So, right here?
Mom, this is... She left with her dad.
Okay.
I was trying to figure out.
Let me talk. Don't try this nonsense with me. Brother, are you with this car?
No, I was just gonna...
You was near
We
it?
live here.
Okay, you live here.
Right.
So what do you... Let me talk. I'm not talking to you.
So...
Do you have a pickup order?
No.
What are you doing here?
I came out because... And Mom had altercation of the black eye.
Okay.
Mom hit him, but Mom said he hit her first.
Okay.
Mom doesn't have any marks on her face or marks, but
Okay.
I did take a picture of his eye, and it's a cut, and it's black.
Okay.
That's
where was this reported to?
DCF.
Okay.
Someone called in a DCF report.
Okay.
And so I'm responding to the call.
Okay.
And I came out, got what happened, and so then things got out of hand, and then I called you guys.
Okay.
The caseworker from the Department of Children and Family Services explained who everyone was. The officer then instructed everyone who was not involved in the situation or related to the family to leave the area so he could conduct the investigation. Then he was introduced to the mother who allegedly punched her son.
Having these rights of mine, you wish to talk to me now?
234 I don't know what to do.
It's yes or no.
What do I do, Mom? What are you asking
Shit, stop.
I didn't even
Yes or no? What's up with the black eye? Obviously, it's well known it's fresh.
He was shoving and pushing me the other day. He grabbed me by my throat and took me down the hallway and over the edge of the couch, and he punched me in the face. And I just reacted and punched him back, and that was it. And he left.
Let's pump the brakes real quick. He punched you in the face and you have no visible marks.
No, listen, it was a little puffed up here, a little bit
Okay.
swollen. I put ice on it. The swelling went down. I didn't take any pictures of anything because I didn't think it was going to come down to anything.
When did this occur?
Not last night, but the night before.
And you didn't call law enforcement when your son
No.
punched you in the face?
No, because I didn't want him getting in trouble. And then he just left. He had friends or something at the end of the driveway. They didn't come up. And he went and got in the car with them and left. And so I just left it alone. I called my husband, told him what happened.
Did anybody observe this physical altercation?
No, because it was just me and him that were at home. Everybody else
Do
was
me a
at work.
favor. Crisscross applesauce on this folder, or you're not free to leave, okay?
Next, the officer spoke with the victim. He explained he had been picked up from work while his mother was drunk, and she dropped him off on the highway. He got a ride home from his friend when his mother said he had no right to enter her home, but he needed to pack a bag to leave.
Okay. What happened the other day with your mom and the physical altercation that took place in the house? Get your hands out of your pocket and talk to me.
I got to the road. My room's down the hallway. I ran through the road, got to my room, I shut the door. She runs down the hallway and keeps my door, and mom was trying to pack myself. I'm in there getting a bag with some clothes. I'm stuffing it in the bag. She takes my door in, and I turn around. She's like, walking into my room. Okay. I have a desk by I have a video. I can show you what my room looked like on my phone after I explained this to you. But I have.
She kicked the door down. She made entry to your room, right next to your desk. Keep going.
Yep, the desk was right next to my door. I have a basket and I have a box fan sitting on the desk. And she grabs the basket. It's full of a bunch of old family stuff, and she swings it at me across my room.
Okay.
And she grabs my fan and chucks that at me too. And then after that, she starts coming at me physically, trying to hit me. Okay. First time she swung at me, she didn't hit me.
Okay.
The second time, she caught me in the face. Okay. After she caught, how did she do that? She was drunk, and I was trying to catch her other hand.
So open fist, closed fist?
Closed.
Okay. Did she have any other marks on your body? Do you mind if I take a look?
No, I don't have.
Is it just natural red marks?
Those are exist. All of those that happened physically was like that.
With two differing points of view and very different stories, the officers needed to figure out which account was the truth. After consulting with the DCF caseworker again, he decided to approach the mother of the injured boy. He wanted to give her the benefit of the doubt and a chance to tell the truth, but she blew her shot.
Ma'am, go ahead and step up for me, please. Okay. Let me ask you one question. You said you were attacked by your son, correct? Where at in the house?
We were by his bedroom door, and he was shoving me and pushing me, and then, like I said, he grabbed me by the throat and took me all the way down the hallway, and I went over the arm of the couch.
What day was this?
It was Thursday night.
Okay. Okay. Is that the story you want to stick with?
Yes, because
okay.
it's the
truth. Go ahead and
truth.
turn around. You got anything on your person that's going to stab or poke me?
No.
Okay, you're being placed under arrest, okay? You understand that?
Yeah.
You want to,
You're gonna
you want to have
to
to take another pump of your inhaler?
Take another pump.
You're gonna have to be really careful with her. She's got she's got
That's cool.
major. She got in her throat.
We have medics at the jail.
Yep.
Everything's okay.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, put your hands
I
behind
was
your
born
back.
and raised in this county. I know.
Okay. Are you mom or her biological
I'm her
mom?
mother. He is my
Stepdad?
grandson.
Where's his biological dad at?
We don't know.
We don't know. Okay.
He's never been involved, never been around.
Obviously, let me go ahead and place, due to the situation why I'm here, which is kind of awkward because usually we respond with DCF on most cases. This is a case that that should have never got this far.
I agree.
Okay.
I'm going
Take a
to
walk
say
with me, okay?
I was a guardian ad litem for many years.
Young man, come stand with DCF for me, okay?
After securing the abusive woman in the back of the squad car, the officer again spoke with the DCF worker about the details of the case. It was reported as household violence and substance abuse. Next, the officer spoke with the victim once more to clarify some details.
What item struck you in the bedroom?
A fan and a basket, a wicker basket.
Wicker basket full of clothes?
Not so, just random items and toys I got when I was a kid.
Okay. And why do you think she done this to you?
She was drunk.
She was drunk, okay. And you believe is that the normal way she disciplines you when she's drunk or impaired or something of that nature?
When she's drunk, she screams. When she's drunk, she starts arguments. When she's drunk, she's been my mom my entire life. Okay. It's been like that my entire life.
When she struck you in your face, what happened after that?
After she struck me in the face, I didn't let her touch me again. I grabbed her by her forearm, and when she struck me, I was in my doorway. After she struck me in the face, I was like, I'm leaving. I would rather not have any of my stuff than stay here and deal with it.
Next time, call 911, okay? And this happened Thursday night?
Yes.
Okay. So basically, she picked you up from. She drove down the road. Y'all got into a verbal dispute around 92nd Loop. She kicked you out of the car. You walked the Circle K. You had a friend come get you. Responded back to the house. She was sitting in her car waiting for you. You attempted to go inside to get belongings, which the door was locked. She unlocked the door for you.
No, I grabbed the key and unlocked the door.
You grabbed the key, unlocked the door, ran to your bedroom, tried to grab some items. That's when you closed the door, locked the door. She kicked the door open.
My door doesn't have a lock. It's not the first time she's kicked it and it's been broken.
According to the rest of the family, the mother had called everyone claiming that the altercation turned physical and that she hit her son out of self-defense. However, giving a child a black eye is not something someone does out of self-defense. Since custody had to be given to a biological relative, they informed the grandmother that she would take the boy.
According to DCF, DCF's going to be, you'll be taking possession of the kid. She's going to jail for, and hopefully she gets some help after the fact. Obviously, there's a black eye. That's not normal discipline when someone's impaired. I mean, that's something you can't overlook.
No.
I can't overlook.
No,
I'm sure nobody else wants to overlook either. It'd be a little different if he's actually hurting mom and she has to defend herself, which was her story, which doesn't coincide with everything that's taking place. So she will be charged with. She needs to learn that she cannot do this to your son.
Yeah.
Okay. Y'all have a good day. I'm sorry that it transpired like this.
No, that's fine. I kind of figured it was coming because the thing is this, out of the two of them, they are the most alike.
Yep.
And they have the same exact temper.
Thank you.
So.
All right. Well, thank you so much, okay?
The woman maintained her story of self-defense until she arrived at the jail. Still, she was charged with cruelty toward a child, abuse without great bodily harm. On July 18, 2021, officers were dispatched to a Florida residence. Someone reported a mother who had allegedly started physically abusing her children.
Yes. What's up?
The girls, can my kids go in the truck if they're leaving? I don't need them to be involved in anything extra.
How about you step back here with me and talk to me?
I'm gonna go this way. Can we go this way?
Yeah.
They can stand under the porch out of this door.
Right,
Yes,
sure.
sir. Thank you. My kids can go in the truck. Is that okay?
Let's talk over
They're
here.
12 years old.
We'll deal with that in a second. Let's talk over here. Let's go over there.
I called you.
Okay, so what's going on?
Today is my daughter's birthday.
Okay.
She's turning 13.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why this is a problem, but like, apparently when you turn 13, you're entitled. I don't know.
What?
Because my dad is my house. I have full custody. I have raised these girls by myself for the last 4 years.
Okay, so what's the issue with him coming to get him?
He's controlling.
So you don't want him to come get him now?
This is his house, though.
Okay.
So I don't know what to do.
He said he's going to take them out for their birthday? For her birthday?
No.
He is or he isn't?
No, he's not taking them out for their birthday. He wants to get this resolved so he can go to the bar.
It was obvious to the officer that the woman was intoxicated from the way she was slurring her words and being irrationally upset. She was mad about her father taking her children out, most likely to get them away from her while she was intoxicated. However, since it was her father's house, there wasn't much the officer could do.
What's wrong with him just taking them out for a little bit?
He doesn't do this. He didn't do this when I was a kid either.
Well, this is them. This isn't you. Maybe he just wants to...
So the grandfather wants it to be better for the grandchild?
Hey, it's possible. Do you have an issue with him taking them out?
Yeah, because he hasn't been here to be a grandfather in like 8 months.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't trust him with my kids.
So it's a yes or no?
I don't trust him.
I mean, what happened? Just talk a little lower, that way she won't hear you. Cause
this afternoon, our mom was drunk and she wasn't really paying attention, and that's been for a couple of days. So we decided to go to our grandpa's for like a couple hours, and then we came back, and our mom got mad at us. And she said that she was kicking us out, and she ripped Jada's LED lights, and she chipped Jada. And this morning she was also hitting me, and she hit me this afternoon too. So we called our grandpa, and then she locked the doors, and we were over there. She isn't letting us grab any of our things.
The grandfather explained that the kids had been so desperate that they walked to his house, where they stayed for around 4 hours before returning home. They were afraid their mother was going to steal their packages in her inebriated state and that they wouldn't get them back.
So what happened when you got back over here? You got dropped off by your grandfather, is that what happened?
Yeah, he dropped us off, and then I went into my mom's room, and I told her that we basically, like, went to her dad's house or my grandpa's house for, like, a couple hours, and she got mad, and she screamed at me, and she said that if I wanted to leave the house, I could leave, and that she's kicking me out. And I said, okay, and then she wouldn't let me grab any of my belongings, and then when I tried to walk out with my phone, she tried to grab my phone, and I told her she doesn't have the right to grab my phone because she was drunk when she made that decision, and she took me until I gave it to her.
Where were you at when she choked you? On the patio? Okay. How did she choke you?
She went like this, and she wouldn't let go until I gave her my phone.
Were you able to breathe during that time? No. Did you pass out? Black out? You did. You said you did or didn't pass out?
I almost did. I fell on the floor. I was still conscious, but I fell on the floor. So we walked up to our house, and our mom was still drunk or whatever, and she still is, but she was sleeping, and we woke her up and we told her what happened and that we were over there for about 3 hours. And then she got all mad at us. She was like, "You're throwing me under the bus, blah, 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 blah." And then she said something about she was gonna kill the dog.
The girl in yellow again confirmed that their mother had tried to choke her sister, Jada. She also mentioned that her mother had slapped her in the face. Threatening to kill the dog was a huge red flag as well, and the officer then proceeded to take everyone's identification information before going back to speak to the mother again.
You want to speak with me back on the porch?
No, he's on the phone with my husband.
Okay. Well, I just need to
My
talk.
legal husband. So my husband has rights before my dad.
Okay. So.
No, I don't need to go on the porch. I'm waiting for him to get off the phone with my husband.
Okay.
We're still married. We've been married for 15 years.
So what happened when your daughters got back home? Because they left there at the grandfather, then they came back. What happened?
I don't know why the they went to him at all, because they don't. The only reason they went is because they wanted the money for their birthday.
So when they came back, what happened?
Nothing. They told me what happened. They told me, hey, I walked all the way there, Papa did this. It's not the right reason for a kid to go and see a grandparent. It's not the only reason that, this is actually the only reason they see her.
Okay. Did you get into an argument with them when you came back, when they got back here?
No. Not an argument, like a conversation, yes.
Okay. What happened during that conversation? What was it about?
Nothing. I sat on my bed, they sat in the chair, they were counting nurse in my room, and I asked them why they had to go to Papa just to get money. It's not right. I'm not that kind of person.
Either this woman is lying, delusional, or her kids told her a false story about why they went to their grandfather's house to appease her. In her drunken state, the woman began ranting angrily about both her husband and father, leaving the officer with no real statement from her about the incident.
I would definitely say for the one on the booth. I mean, the other one, as far as the slapping part.
Give us 1 minute, okay? You can't, yeah, because if she's, even if she was helping her sister, she's, I mean, oof.
I definitely think you got one. I don't
Which one?
The choking one.
Yeah.
I don't know about the slapping, because that could be a form of discipline.
Yeah.
Slap your kids. I mean,
it's not really too extreme, is it? The choking.
No, the choking one's extreme.
Okay.
By the way, Dad, who she claimed is dad, and who also confirmed he was dad, said absolutely has no problem with Grandpa taking the kids.
The officers learned that the father of the children also had a warrant out for his arrest, making him unfit to take the kids into his custody. Before speaking with the grandfather about the situation, the officers confirmed the girl's injuries. The conversation with the grandfather confirmed that the mother's history with substance abuse was extensive.
I don't understand what's going on.
Well, we just want to know if there's a physical altercation that happened when they got here.
No.
Did you guys?
No, there's no physical altercation. I don't touch my kids. My dad used to do this to me, and I will never be that.
Well, we are gonna end up focusing on this.
Whoa, what? Hold on, wait. What? No. Why are you doing this? No, I have pets. Why are you putting me in cuffs right now?
Why are you putting me in cuffs, sir? I want. Why are you putting me in cuffs?
I'm going to read your Miranda ones.
Why? What did I do?
But you will be
My dad paid
arrested
you?
for child.
For what?
Child.
Are you?
Nope.
I just said no. I just said
Okay.
I did not touch my kid.
Okay.
Are you kidding me?
Let's go.
Really?
Let's go.
Really?
Yes, we're serious.
You. All you.
The woman was arrested and taken into custody. She was charged with child abuse. On March 12, 2024, officers were dispatched to a gas station. They were responding to a request for help from a 16-year-old boy who was running from home in an attempt to escape his abusive father.
What's going on?
His father. Okay, all right, thank you. All right. His father was just at the light, but he went by. He left him at home, and he ran up here from home.
6680. You can have minutes. 15.
He's 16. He ran in here for help.
You that? How does that happen, man?
He thought I was lying to him about some. I guess bro was having a bad day or something. And he started taking out on me. It's called my car, bro. Hell no.
What is your dad's name? What kind of truck it is, brother? You okay? It's alright, it's gonna be okay. I'm gonna have the medics come check you out. Come here, bro, my car. Come here.
I just wanna go, bro.
Yeah.
You like take me to like a family member house or something? I just wanna get the out of here.
That's it. That's his truck.
That's his car right there.
Which one? This one? This one? Is that him?
That one, that's him right there. Check out the road.
Come on, step out. Put your hands in the car. Put your hands in the car. You beat up your kid?
Listen, man, I like that.
Yeah, the kid is bleeding.
He disrespects me, lies. I mean, what would you do? I raised 6 of them. He lies to me, man.
The officer was easily able to get the suspect secured in the police unit. When asked why he beat on his son, he said his son had lied to him since he picked him up from a different location the previous night. The father's girlfriend was the owner of the vehicle, so before she drove away, the officer wanted to get her insight.
So what happened with this situation?
All right.
If you don't mind, I want to get, because you're not
Can I
him.
shut this off?
Yeah. And here's the thing. Here's the thing. You're not the dad and you're not the son. I want your opinion. I want
Okay.
you to tell me exactly what happened.
His son lied to him about
Okay.
where he was going to his girlfriend's, okay?
Yeah.
So we went out there last night to pick him up, and we sat out in the forest for an hour waiting on his son and his girlfriend and his girlfriend's mom to bring him to us, because where they live, our car couldn't go down the road.
Okay.
So anyhow, that's what started it.
And then what happened? I just
No,
want to know.
and it and what happened to his lip and stuff. I mean, his dad threw a cup across there, and he threw it, and instead of it hitting a wall, it hit him in his lip.
Okay, so he threw. Was it a cup? Like what? Glass cup?
It was a metal cup. It
A
wasn't like he was throwing it
No,
directly
I
at
get you. I get you.
him,
What?
but moved over, and it just popped him in the lip.
The woman claimed that after the boy's father threw the cup at him, she instructed the suspect to stop. They supposedly let the boy leave so they could have some space, and followed him to the gas station to bring him home, which is how the officers found them.
What was the whole argument about?
Bro, I don't even know, bro. Like,
yeah.
I went. It was like small as shit, bro. It started off because I have like problems with my neck, and I don't know what the it is. I got like this thing right here on my neck.
Yeah.
And I got some problems in the back of my throat, and I don't know what it is.
I told him, I said, I wouldn't let him stay at his girlfriend. But we can have more about it. I said, listen, I just want to know where you're at. You can touch with me, or you can touch base with me, and you can see the phone record. She's got my phone in the car. All right? I said, I just want you to let me know what's going on. 4 or 5 days. I let that slide. That's all right. Well, I went to pick him up last night at 11 o'clock. 10 o'clock is when I got there. So it took me. And when I asked him, I said, "Where you at?" "Oh, I'm going to come to you, Dad." And he comes from a different direction twice. "Why did you lie to me about where you're staying?"
While speaking with the victim, the male officer learned that the physical abuse was far more serious than his father just throwing a cup at his head. The victim confessed that his father had tried to choke him, as well as hit him in the head while they were in the car on the way home from his girlfriend's house.
And then I get inside and I get on the game with my cousin, and I'm telling him what the just happened. And my dad walked in. I ain't hear him, so I had my headset on, and I was telling him what happened. And my dad walked in and sat down next to me on the bed, mad as still talking about some go I'm telling now, and this and that. And I said, "I ain't saying shit, I'm telling the truth, bro. I ain't do to you. You over here beating my ass for nothing, bro." And then I told him that I ain't want to be there no more. I said, "I want to just go to foster care. I want to just go, bro." And then he got mad as over that and said that I take the he does for me for like he said I take advantage of it, and I told him I ain't even ask for none of it. I don't even like man, I don't know, man.
The victim continued to explain that the argument started from the moment he left his girlfriend's house until just before the officers arrived. Meanwhile, the victim's father was speaking to the female officer and attempting to gain her sympathy and get some leniency.
I've been going through a custody battle with 2 other kids already.
Where does he fall in line?
He's my son. I got full custody.
What is he, like the oldest, or is he?
He's in the middle.
Okay.
His mama passed 4 months ago in the ALS. I've been on raising him since he was 6 months old. I got full custody. I just did time 30 months over some bull for money. When I got a stepdaughter that's 23. She's right around the corner right here. Her mama's the one that I've dealt with kicked-in windows, kicked-in doors, money stolen out of the house, and I've fixed all these problems.
You didn't hit him? You didn't lay hands on him? At all? Okay. So how does he have a gash on his leg?
Because the person that you was sitting here lying to on the phone. When I walked around the corner, I got upset and slapped the cup.
The cup hit him? Okay.
Absolutely.
What kind of cup? Plastic?
I did that.
Huh?
I did.
You did what?
Slapped the cup.
I know. What kind of cup was it?
I don't know.
Okay. Where was the cup sitting?
On top of the dresser that I paid for, on the bedroom that I paid for.
Sit tight, all right?
After the man attempted, again, to evade the officers' questions, they charged him with domestic battery by strangulation, cruelty toward a child, driving with a suspended license, and resisting an officer. On July 18, 2023, Ohio officers were called to a residence. They were responding to a call from children who said their mother, Michelle, was causing a ruckus in the home, and she needed to be removed. However, the woman wouldn't make it easy for the officers.
Can we go in there and talk with her? Quick.
Sorry about this.
You guys are fine. All right, Michelle. They want you to leave for the night.
Hold on, I'll tell you that.
So let's go. Michelle, what are we doing?
You're Billy bad. God damn.
No, I'm just not gonna wait for you.
Why do you gotta wait for me?
Because I know you. I've dealt with you for the last 12 years of my life. And you don't leave.
Though, why the do I have
So,
to?
leave. They don't want you here.
I didn't know that.
I'm telling
Why?
you that. They don't want you here.
That's fine. I'm trying to leave anyway.
You're messing with the trash. You're
Who
not
gives
doing
a
anything.
Oh my God, is Carmen still in this
Go.
building?
Okay.
No shit. That's what I'm trying to
Cat.
do. Dog. It's fine. I got shit on my hands, matter of fact.
The officers knew it was going to be a tough situation when they arrived, since they had been dealing with Michelle for a long time. Her blatant carelessness at the officers' arrival proved that she had become comfortable with their routine of removing her from the home. She also expressed frustration that her children had called the police as well.
What are we doing?
No, she's not throwing you crazy. Shut up.
Stop talking to your daughter like that. Get your shit, get out.
Should have heard how the she's talking to me like.
I don't give a shit. You raised her. This is on you. Get your shit, get out.
Who the do you think you are to talk to me like that? To talk to anybody like that for in that matter, bud.
You have work tomorrow.
What's this one?
I don't know his name.
Get.
Javante?
I'm gonna take your stuff and I'm gonna throw it outside.
Take what stuff?
Your bag, your cell phone, your cigarettes. Let's go.
Go. And I'll see you tomorrow. Just go. It's not a big deal. You're not getting in trouble if you just go. What are you doing, bro? No. I didn't see your bro. What are you doing?
Kiss my ass, everybody. I'm pulling my pants up.
That you can get in trouble for that, dude.
But they can't when you go there.
The screaming match continues between the two women, with the mother being incredibly disrespectful toward her daughter. The suspect kept insisting that she didn't have to leave, and that neither the officers nor her daughter had the right to ask her to leave the property.
Does she live here?
No. She don't live here. She don't pay rent here. She comes here because we're her family.
I'll call the landlord, right?
Not him.
Does she stay here? Like, from my understanding, she lives on Ames Street.
Yeah.
You guys don't want her here, correct?
Not right now.
You don't want her here.
This is your last chance.
Okay.
Get your stuff and you gotta leave.
Here to here.
You need to get your stuff and you need to get your stuff and you need to leave.
Get your stuff right now, or you're gonna be arrested for trespassing.
Why am I trespassing?
Get your stuff.
She just said I lived here.
No, she did not.
Let's
She
get your
said
stuff.
I don't
Let's
live
go.
here.
You don't live here. So let's get
Yes,
your
the
stuff.
I do.
Let's get your stuff.
All right. Let's get your stuff. What's all yours? Book bag. Let's go. Come on. Let's go.
Karma. Karma. Karma.
What are you calling?
I'm getting my stuff and leaving, like you were telling me.
There's
Where
your
am
stuff.
I going?
Let's go.
Jesus.
Back.
Dude.
Get your phone. Get your smokes.
Michelle continued to delay her departure, even with the officers supervising her every move. She continued to move erratically, kicking things on the floor, fumbling around with paper, and making no real effort to gather her belongings. The officers were becoming impatient with the woman and needed a quick way to take her.
What are you doing? All right.
Ow! Dude, get the off my arm right now! Brother now! Now! Are you gonna not twist me? That should have broke my arm, dude!
She has a shoulder problem.
Really, bro?
I got
What
it.
the f was that, bro?
Pull your arms
What
out.
the
Pull your arms out.
What the What the
Pull your arms out.
Pull your arms out.
Give us your arms. It's
I don't
fine.
know. Dude, that was my left arm, wasn't it? I don't even know. Why does my left arm hurt?
Don't hurt her.
Why the f does
Nobody's
my
on
left
her.
shoulder blade hurt?
Take your arms from underneath you. What are you doing? Let me have your arm.
Yeah, I already did get my arm, I think.
Well, why didn't you walk out?
Because I'm a smart ass. And that was on the Hey, that's my other.
Don't hurt her. Let her arm go. Let her arm go
No.
right now. Let her go.
She's fine. No.
No.
Karma, you
No.
Karma,
No.
come on. I think Karma's gonna die tonight, dude.
No, please don't arrest her, please.
Karma.
I have to put her dog down.
Listen to me.
Karma. Ow.
We're past that, Chloe.
The officers were finally able to secure Michelle into handcuffs. She continued to complain about her arm hurting, while the daughter, Chloe, begged the officers not to arrest her mother. The next step was to get Michelle off the ground and walk her to the squad unit for the arrest.
Let's do this.
Stand up. Stand up.
Oh,
Dude.
Michelle, stand up.
Now that is ridiculous. Just stand up so you can feel better. When her arms are behind her back, it hurts her worse. She can't move that.
Chloe, listen, we gave her plenty of opportunities. She wanted to then, as soon as I went to go hands-on to arrest her, she wants to resist.
Right, bro, exactly.
Come on.
Exactly. Again.
Stand up.
All right, this is what we're doing, Hosser. Come here.
So I have to
Hosser,
feel-
grab an ankle. Let's go.
Please don't hurt her. Please don't.
That feels better, Chloe. Ah.
If she wants to act like
Mom,
this.
get up. You're gonna look stupid
Wanna
in
get
front
the
of my
door?
neighbors.
Dude, I'm trying to do something, Chloe. Just what the f*** out.
You're gonna stand.
What the f*** out, Chloe?
What? Just
What the f*** out, Ashley?
Listen,
don't break those.
nobody is.
I have to pay for them.
I'm not dealing with this. Quit trying to get out of your cuffs and let's go.
Stop.
Okay. Back to. Okay. Go.
Caleb, go. Whoa, you're making me dizzy.
What? You had an opportunity to walk and you don't want to walk. So I'm gonna carry you.
Ow, 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 ow.
You got her. Yeah.
It took officers another 5 minutes to get Michelle off the ground. She continued shouting, complaining about her arm, spitting on the grass, and refusing to comply. Chloe was still trying to make excuses for her mother, but the damage had already been done. The officers were determined to get the woman in the back of the car where she belonged.
Get in. Step in.
Dude, can you get the f*** off?
No, we cannot. We have to put you in the car.
You don't gotta break my bones by doing it. I thought we
Get her.
went over this, dude.
Michelle?
Man, I know, dude. Why are you hurting me? I'm not.
Because we are asking you to get in the car, Michelle. Get in the car.
Because I'm a. Look at this, though. I'm not trying
Stop.
to. No, I'm that fucking tensed.
Get in the car.
Yeah.
No, you're not.
I'm not resisting at all.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, now just I was.
Put your foot
You guys
in the
are
car.
busting my fucking bones up.
Put your foot in the car.
From the get-go.
Put your foot. No, we're not,
What the
Michelle.
was that?
Get your foot in.
If they shut the door on your foot, that's your own fault.
I don't care.
Michelle was charged with trespassing, resisting arrest, and assault on a police officer. Hopefully, Michelle sobers up in jail, and that the officers and her children won't have to deal with her tantrums again. On February 5th, 2023, a 17-year-old girl and her stepmom got into a nasty argument. When the officers arrived at the residence, the stepmother was waiting outside, ready to put her daughter in a bad light.
Where's she at? Are you?
No,
Who are you?
I'm Selena.
Who's Selena? Well, I mean, like, what are you?
I'm her stepmother.
Your stepmom?
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm out here with these two boys because she's drinking and she is freaking out.
Are you the one who called?
I don't have my phone. She won't give me my phone.
I don't have your phone, you crazy. Oh my god.
What is going on? Okay, can you tell me what happened tonight? Why am I here?
Her dad went to work. I was at home.
Where does he work at?
He works in Middletown.
Mm-hmm.
I had a couple beers
Okay.
and I was cleaning up the house.
So, what time did Dad go to Middletown for work?
He
at
left about 4:30,
4:30. So you're.
and she was still asleep.
And- It's okay.
I woke her up about 6 o'clock. She went out with a friend last night.
The mother explains that after she woke her stepdaughter up, they got into a debate about gender equality, which the mother backed out of. Then she gave the stepdaughter some groceries after dinner and allowed the 17-year-old girl to drink alcohol with her.
So, what happened after you guys started drinking?
We were talking.
Okay. Did you guys get in a verbal argument at all?
We ended, I can't tell you what it was over,
Okay.
but we did get in a verbal argument.
Okay. Did anything get physical?
It ended up, yeah, she attacked me, so I was holding her down and she was pulling my hair, so I started pulling her hair. Yes, it did.
So she was pulling your hair first, and then
Yes.
you pull her hair. Did you strike at all?
No.
Okay. Did you choke her at all?
No.
No. Other than the hair pulling, what happened between you guys?
That was it. She
So after
freaked out. I left.
Okay, you left.
I left.
Out in the
I
parking
came back. I asked her where my keys were.
lot. Okay, so you guys you start pulling your hair. You
So
leave.
I leave.
Do you take the little ones with
I
you?
left them because they were in bed,
Okay,
you know.
and
she
you left.
usually watches them, so I'm like, okay, they're fine.
Okay.
So I left.
Okay.
I asked her where my keys are, and she said she doesn't know. I don't know where your keys are, but they're not where they were, so I assume she took them.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay, well, where's my phone? I don't know. Okay, so I start knocking on neighbors' doors asking for a phone.
Okay.
The woman explained that she started knocking on neighbors' doors for a phone to call the police. She mentioned that her stepdaughter had started freaking out and claiming that her stepmother was going to kill her, which was allegedly wrong. However, when the officers spoke to the teen, they got a whole different version of the story.
And then we got into a debate, like a political debate,
Right.
about if boys can dress like girls and stuff like that because
So
she
gender equality.
yes,
Okay.
gender equality.
Okay.
And so she got really mad. She got all furious about that.
Mhm.
And at the end of that debate, I said something about my generation doesn't let people walk all over us. Like that's why her and my dad constantly shit on my generation is because
Right.
they think that we're a bunch of sissies and stuff
Right,
like
right.
that. I don't know if she told you if she's on parole or probation or anything like that, but she is for drinking. She beat up a cop.
The girl explained that she and her mother had been friendly with each other after the argument, and that the fighting didn't happen until after several alcoholic beverages and attempts by her stepmother to drink and drive, which the teen promptly stopped.
When does the fighting actually begin?
She got it. That's
Okay.
when it officially started.
Okay.
It was right out here in this hallway right here. She grabbed, at first she grabbed my neckline.
Mhm.
And at first I thought it was a joke.
Can I check your neck real quick? Are there?
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know if there's any line. I can take off my sweatshirt. If you
Is there anything on it for? Okay.
Yeah, I have a sweatshirt. I don't have a bra on though, so sorry.
Alright, you're good.
But
So,
I don't know if there's any lines or anything. I don't know if there's any lines or anything. But my hair is all matted earlier from when she started pulling my hair. But she pulled my neckline.
so she pulled your clothing. She
Yeah.
didn't actually put her hands around your neck.
No, she pulled my sweatshirt and she kept twisting it so it was tighter on my neck.
Okay.
And I just kept taking a sip of my loco, showing her that I don't care, you can do what you want, but I didn't take your shit, you know,
Mhm. And so whenever she was twisting you, what you said it was hard to breathe.
Yes.
Okay. And you said something about drinking to where it was hard to swallow.
Yeah, it was hard to swallow the loco, so she...
Was this after she twisted it?
Yes.
Okay, so after the
She
fact.
was pulling and twisting it, and every time I'd show I could still drink something and not care, she'd pull closer and twist more, and I just
Oh,
stood
okay,
there.
so you were drinking a Four Loko at the time, and she kept
Yeah.
on twisting more and more, and
Yeah.
it was getting hard to drink. Okay.
The girl went on to explain that her stepmother had started choking her because the stepdaughter refused to give the drunk woman her car keys to drink and drive. The teen then explained that her stepmom had come back into her room and destroyed it. The officers were stunned when the girl showed them her room.
She kicked my door.
She kicked your
I can show you my room right now.
So she kicked your door in. Yeah. Yes.
This is my bed that she literally tore apart piece by piece to knock in the door.
Oh my God.
I wasn't you, this is insane. Look at the door. My head was right here. She was aiming for my head. But she was knocking the door.
All right. Stand.
But anyway,
Hold
my
on.
door was locked.
Hold on.
And I
I'm
had it
gonna
locked.
sit right here. Can you confirm 100% that she did all this damage to you?
Yes.
Today.
I can 100% confirm.
Today.
Buzzed or not, I can tell you the story over and over again exactly what happened.
After the stepmother destroyed the teen's room, she grabbed the teen's hair and threw her around the room, demanding her car keys. It escalated into a complete fist fight, with both females hitting each other into the bed, which at some point broke into many pieces. The officers spoke with the stepmother one more time to see if she would tell the truth.
So you guys didn't fight at all inside the room at all?
No, yes, we did. She grabbed onto my hair. She pulled my hair out. So I grabbed onto her hair, kind of tried to hold her down.
Is this inside the room?
Yes.
Okay.
Kind of wrestled around a little bit.
Okay.
And she got up. I left the room.
Okay.
And she locked herself in the bathroom.
Okay. So what's going to happen is I need you to keep your hands out of your pocket and put your hands behind your back. You're being arrested for domestic violence.
What about my kids?
We'll figure that out.
I need to know what happened with them.
I thought you'd pray. It's okay.
The stepmother was arrested and charged with domestic violence. Hopefully, the teen's father makes the responsible choice and leaves the woman for his daughter's safety. May 19, 2022. A child reported to an elementary school staff member that her aunt had left a baby in a box at home. The school administrators alerted law enforcement of this tip, which led to an investigation.
Police department.
Yes.
Hello. Are you tied?
Yes.
Tiana. So you have your niece Kennedy, or nephew Kennedy?
Daughter.
Is that your daughter?
Yes.
Okay. I guess she went to school and said you have a baby in a box.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
What?
She told the school counselor that there's a baby in a box in the house.
She talking about my sister's baby that she had a miscarriage.
Is it like in an urn or something?
You know, like a jewelry box.
Yeah, but it's okay.
Yeah, and my sister had it hanging up right here, but the kids was touching it, so she moved it.
Okay, so your sister had a miscarriage.
Yes.
Did the whole funeral service and it's like a memorial type of box, or did she have?
No, I don't know why. She just put it in the box. I don't know.
How far along was she?
She was only like 4 months.
To the officer, this seemed like quite a miscommunication. A baby in a box is quite different from fetal remains. However, in certain states, there are laws dictating the proper disposal of fetal remains. For example, in Texas, fetal remains are supposed to be buried or cremated. However, some states' requirements for disposal are unclear, like in Georgia and Ohio.
This are Eddie. Can we be talking about?
Did she go to the hospital when she had the miscarriage?
No, I was there.
So,
yeah, Kennedy at the school talking about how I have a baby in
or
the
he said
box.
Auntie TT.
Have a baby in the box.
Is that your sister?
Yeah,
Go by TT?
and that's her dude right here.
Okay, so you guys had a miscarriage. And you guys are just keeping the baby in like a memorial box.
She was only about what, 3 months maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, it ain't nothing like that. It's really like in a little box, like.
Yeah, I mean that 3 months are not very big. It's like.
Yeah, that's why she put it in like a little jewelry box, like.
Okay. All right. I'll give my sergeant a call, let him know what's going on, but I don't know what we would even do in this. Like if there's anything to even be done, like.
Yeah, like because what y'all still got the box?
Yeah. About 2 years now.
2 years now. Okay. I mean, I'll explain to you
Sorry
outside. I don't think there's any real thing need for us.
So far, it seems like a relatively reasonable, albeit strange, situation that a child had blown out of proportion. Before the officer could call the sergeant, his partner arrived. During the second explanation, the homeowners mindlessly revealed some subtle red flags.
So, this gentleman here and his girlfriend, her sister, had a miscarriage 2 years ago, and they've been keeping the baby in like a memorial box, and that's what the girl's talking about.
Yeah, because that was the only thing, because they did used to keep it right here on the fireplace.
I guess it was on the fireplace on display, and then the kids were playing with it, so now they moved it, and they're talking about it.
Yeah.
So.
Because at first they had it buried in the backyard.
What's that?
I said at first they had it like buried in the backyard, the little jewelry box. But I don't know why they.
Somebody did it, so I just wanted to know.
Okay.
Well, what, second grade? Is that what
Yeah.
They say anything, you know what I mean?
So.
Yeah, that's crazy.
The officers didn't seem to question why they dug up the fetal remains they had buried in the backyard. Officers also seemed to skip past the fact that they had been displaying them on the fireplace and allowing the children to play with them. They may have assumed the remains were cremated, so they left. However, it wouldn't be long before they would return.
Yes.
Hi. So I know this is unconventional.
This my sister on the phone now.
So I understand that this is probably emotional and everything else. We just need to see the box.
See, but Shaliqua, we just opened the box. The baby not in the box.
Not in the box.
Okay.
We couldn't find it.
I think the dog chewed it up.
Nah.
Yeah, I broke down one night because the baby was gone.
Because that is the box the baby was in, for sure. Because he literally just brought it to me like, look, and opened it. And I'm like, what the hell?
Okay.
What's the matter? They wanted to see the proof of the baby.
So essentially, we just have to ensure that, the baby didn't make it the full term. With the her going and saying that you guys have a baby in the box, we just have to ensure that it was not actual.
That's understandable.
It was definitely questionable that the fetal remains were suddenly no longer in the little box. However, the officers decided that they had seen enough proof. To save the reasonable homeowners from the pain of opening old wounds, they decided to leave the situation alone and be on their way again.
We appreciate your cooperation and understanding, and maybe have a talk with your daughter when she comes home.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
Okay.
What, do I need to go get proof that I had a miscarriage?
No, you guys are okay. You're okay.
I'm about to say I got a picture.
If you come out and it was a big old shoebox and something like that, then that'd be we
right.
might actually have to see
it,
and then that sort of thing. But obviously, that's if it was in, that's the box it was in. Then
I think that's my old phone.
It's okay, man. If that's
it really was in that box though.
Okay, I believe you guys.
Yeah.
And obviously, no actual baby's gonna fit in that box.
Right.
So, you know what I mean? We're gonna use I'm gonna exercise some common sense on this.
Right.
So I appreciate your guys' cooperation, your understanding, and again, I know it's emotional and it's dragging up a lot of bad memories.
Yeah,
so I appreciate it, and hopefully you guys try and have a better day. And like I said, maybe just talk to your daughter, let her know that you might need to either we explain more or it's just something that we pray for and just leave it at that.
While an odd situation for sure, the officers determined that it had simply been a misunderstanding and no charges were given. Thank God we won't see babies in a box, dead or alive, in today's episode. Today, we've seen some of the most unhinged parents on the planet turned in by their smart children. We commend these smart children for standing up for themselves, even if it meant reporting them to the police.